We begin our adventure at one of Seoul's most lively traditional markets, Namdaemun Market.
So this market is full of yummy, delicious food. So it may not be as popular as places like Gyeongbukgung Market or Namdaemun Market, but don't let that fool you. It's a little bit of a smaller market, more locals only. However, there are some hidden gems here that you just have to try. There are some things that are iconic in this market, and we're gonna be checking them all out today. And the best thing is that the prices are really affordable here compared to other markets that are a little more touristy. So Gyeongbukgung is one of the 5 royal palaces here in the city of Seoul, and it was originally built in the year 1405, so it's one of the smaller palaces here. However, it's especially beautiful during the autumn time. And here's a little piece of advice, guys. If you wear a hanbok, you can get free admission to not only this, but all the royal palaces here in Seoul. But what is the best thing and the highlight of this particular palace is checking out this secret garden.
Gyeongbukgung Palace was built as a secondary palace in 1405 under the reign of King Taejong, the 3rd monarch of the Joseon dynasty, Korea's last dynasty.
So attached to Gyeongbukgung Palace is this place. So this is the secret garden, and it's this really well-preserved place that was used for relaxation back during the Joseon dynasty by the kings. So now it's a place that you can come here and take a tour of. So you do need to get a ticket for this, and they do guided tours only. You can't just do a little free travel here, unfortunately. So make sure you check. The tickets do sell out super quickly. There are English tours available throughout the day, and so you can check their website and get those tickets. We are at Jongmyo, which is an absolutely humongous outside flea market. You can buy just about anything you could ever imagine here. It sells a lot of clothes, which you can even buy by the weight, as well as just vintage items from all around the world. There's street food. There are a lot of people though. This place is very, very packed, especially on the weekends. However, if you are looking for cool souvenirs or is looking to try to find some really unique items from the past, this is the place. It literally has just about everything you could imagine and then some. You get to explore, dig through all of the different vendors and all the different shops, see what kind of treasures await you. So this is one of the best deals in all of Korea. This is only 1,000 won, less than $1 US. This is gilgori toast or street toast. And so they are making this very simple sandwich here. So it's just bread, an omelet, some sugar and ketchup, and they toast it up here. And they're going through just so much ingredients because it is such an affordable product that is definitely great for anybody who is on a budget here. Let me try this out. There's some crispy vegetables in there. It's very sweet though. It's a very interesting combination of flavors, but you know what? For 1,000 won, I am not going to complain. All right, so next up we are at Insadong Tteokbokki Town. So this is a whole area devoted to nothing but this. This is tteokbokki, or the spicy rice cakes, and it's popular street food here in Korea, but this neighborhood is known for having a ton of restaurants that sell it, and it is so yummy. This is more than just your basic street food. So when you get this, they bring all the ingredients to the table, and you cook it here at the table by yourself. And then it is hot and fresh and spicy and chewy and just full of all kinds of yummy goodies that you find as you're eating through this. Dongdaemun Design Plaza, or DDP, is one of the most iconic spots here in Seoul. You can't think of Seoul without thinking of this beautiful structure here. It's the home of the Seoul Fashion Week, different festivals, events, and so much more. So this is where you can get an unforgettable souvenir while you're here in Seoul. This is Dotori caricature, or uncle painting, and they do really fast caricatures for only 9,000 Korean won. Guys, I got this done in like 3 minutes. Check that out. Isn't that so cool? Talk about talent. She drew that out with no problem. It's very cheap and affordable, and it makes for just a really cool souvenir. I'm really, really impressed with the results here. How cute. Solo 7017 is an elevated walking path. So it used to be a road that connects the eastern and western halves of the city, but now is an elevated walkway that you can enjoy that in the springtime looks much more beautiful than it does now in the winter. However, it is a place that will take you from Seoul Station all the way down to Namdaemun Market. It's just a nice little walk, and it offers some really good views of the area around Seoul Station.
Head to Yongsan to check out the Baekbin Railroad Crossing, which is also referred to as Ting Tang Street after the sound of the train bell. This is one of the few remaining railroad crossings that still exist in Seoul. You may even recognize it from popular K-dramas.
So one of the quintessential experiences here in Seoul is eating ramen at the Han River. So this is something that you've probably seen in K-dramas. It's huge with the locals and tourists alike. So there are all these convenience stores, and you just go in and you buy the ramen, and they give you these little bowls, and there are these machines that pour the perfect amount of water and cook it just perfectly for you, like 4 minutes. You don't have to worry about burning it. It is all automated. And at the end, you get the perfect bowl of Korean ramen. There's just something about instant noodles that just hit so differently when you are outside.
The Seoul City Bus Tour is an affordable and efficient way to see some of the best sights in the city. The bus makes stops at over 20 of Seoul's hottest attractions. It's a hop-on, hop-off bus, so you can customize the trip to see the things you're most interested in. However, I would definitely recommend checking out Namdaemun Market.
One of the most unique markets in all of Seoul is called Namdaemun Market. What makes this one special is if you come at certain times, you can actually use these certain coins and then go around and fill your own little lunchbox up of different things. So if you see something that says Doshirak Cafe, you can get certain small portions with your lunchbox. Then you take it upstairs and you get to eat it all, which is a lot of fun.
After all of that food, take a short walk to Gyeongbukgung Palace.
Gyeongbukgung is one of 5 major royal palaces here in Seoul, and this is my favorite because it is the biggest. It's so incredible to see all this, the colors, the painting, the architecture, everything, and we're right in the middle of Seoul.
Don't miss the changing of the guard ceremony, which takes place at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. daily, except for on Tuesdays. Be sure to arrive early to get a good viewing spot. Take a trip to the past as you get a glimpse of when the Sumunjang, or Royal Guard, stood watch over the entrance of the Gyeongbukgung Palace. While you're there, don't miss the chance to check out the newly renovated Gyeongbukgung Plaza. This public space holds various events, fountains, greenery, and statues of 2 important figures in Korean history.
So right in the middle of the new Gyeongbukgung Square is a statue of this gentleman. This is the late, the great King Sejong, who is revered by Koreans for helping shape Korea to be what it is now. He's the one who invented the Korean writing system called Hangul. We can actually go in here and check out more of his story in the free museum. So in this simple museum downstairs, you can find out all about why King Sejong is so famous here in Korea and is such an important figure in history. You can also find a little bit more about the creation of Hangul. However, this isn't a huge museum, so I'm going to take you a few minutes to walk through, but it's worth checking out. You to get to see some Korean traditional things that you might not see elsewhere. So next up is a new experience that recently just opened. So right behind me, this is called Cheongwade, also known as the Blue House, and this is the former presidential's palace that you can actually come and take a tour of and see the inner workings of where the president used to do their business. So previously, this has been closed off to the public for 74 years, but in the spring of 2022, the new Korean president took office and decided to open this up to the public and move his location to Yongsan-gu. So this is pretty cool. So this is the former president's actual office, so I guess where they would have signed laws and done all their other presidential things, I guess considering like the Oval Office like in the White House back in the States. And tickets to Cheongwade are free. You do need to register at the front entrance in order to get access though. Make sure to bring your passport or your foreign ID in order to get a wristband to enter. So when it comes to food, you are never far away from good food here in Seoul, South Korea. However, sometimes you're gonna have to go down some a little off the beaten path to get some of the best food, and that's what I've done right now. I've come to one of my favorite places, which is here in Dongdaemun. This is the Dongdaemun grilled fish place. All around us, they are serving amazing grilled fish. It's a little hard to find, but it's well worth the efforts.
The price of the fish has increased after the pandemic, but you'll certainly leave satisfied. Grilled fish also goes well with an ice-cold beer. And speaking of beer, you'll want to head to the Seoul next.
So you can't experience Korean culture without checking out all the Korean alcohols.
The Seoul is a small museum that aims to educate the public on Korean traditional alcohols. The highlight is being able to sample various liquors while an expert tells you all about them.
The name of this alcohol is Osan Makgeolli. It's made from city Osan.
I was able to try 5 different types of Korean alcohols, including makgeolli and soju. Reservations are required but are free and can be booked on naver.com. Book early to get the English sessions.
There's a bite, y'all. Oof. That is warm. That is much stronger, much more potent than what you get at the convenience store. That is for certain. Ooh. All right, BTS Army, this is the place you will want to find yourself when you're in Seoul. This is the HYBE building. It's a very nondescript building. Doesn't look very exciting from the outside. However, on the inside, there is a really cool museum that you can check out. Unfortunately, we can't take video in there, so you have to check it out for yourself. Or you can just walk along and just try to see. Who knows, maybe you'll run into BTS on the streets of Seoul. So if you want to get up close and personal with BTS, you're going to want to come to one of the cafes that line the street right behind the HYBE building. So when it's a special member's birthday, they always have all these different collectible souvenir merchandise and coffee cup sleeves that you can go around and collect. But even when it's not near one of their seasons of their birthday, you can still come here and check out some of these BTS themed cafes. So if you're a tea fan, you're definitely going to want to check out tea while you are here in Korea. So Asolok in Bukchon is really well known for having this amazing tea house. So the green tea that Asolok serves is grown in Jeju Island. It's really famous. So if you're not going to Jeju, this is about as close as you can get. So it is this beautiful tea house that is always really popular. You might have to wait a little bit in order to get a seat, but it is well worth it. So the prices here are a little bit of a premium. This little cup of tea right here costs 9,000 Korean won. But hey, you get this beautiful atmosphere and hopefully some really yummy tea. It smells really good. Cheers. That is super refreshing on a really hot day. So I am now at Namdaemun Market, Korea's largest and oldest market, and it is crowded, but I am in search of one particular food, and that is a whole alley selling nothing but grilled cutlass fish. Let's see if we can find this hidden alley. Alright, so look how incredible this looks. So Hairtail Fish Alley is a small alley hidden kind of in the market here in Namdaemun, and they are famous for selling this cutlass fish, or galchi, which is a fish that's really famous down in the Jeju Island area. And so what they're known for is this is galchi Jordan, which is a stew that's a spicy stew. It's a little sour, and it comes with beautiful pieces of this galchi here. They've also served up some gyeongjim, or steamed egg, and then it looks like maybe some free deep fried cutlass fish here, which I'm super excited to try. All this for only 12,000 won. It is a steal. This little alley is so small they're actually cooking everything outside right as you're walking by. So I'm so excited. And check out this fiery red soup here. Oh, it's got a depth of flavor. Quite spicy, a little almost sour. Delish. So Hongdae is one of the most popular places for nightlife here in Seoul for both locals and foreigners alike. So there is a ton of shopping, restaurants, cafes, and of course nightlife. But also what is really iconic in this area is all the busking or street performances that you can experience throughout, especially the weekend after the sun has gone down. So it is a place that's just full of energy and livelihood, and is a must-experience place, even if you're not one to partake in all of the nightlife festivities. There's still something for everyone here, especially though if you are a younger person around, you're something in your 20s, there's definitely a lot of fun to be had in Hongdae.
Be sure to visit Daeho Bookstore, which is known to be the oldest bookstore in all of South Korea. This place has remained largely untouched for almost 70 years and is now a cafe. The place has been visited by many K-pop stars, including IU and Kim Namjoon from BTS.
So we are now at the Rainbow Bridge Yacht Tour, which is right here on the beautiful Han River. As you can see it right behind me, so you can book this in advance. I think we're in for a real treat. I heard we're gonna go to see the Banpo Bridge light show, which is so iconic. I am super excited to share this moment with this cute little guy right here. We came down to this place, and there is somebody here that give you a quick little course on how to properly use the bow and arrow, and then you get to practice. They're really hands-on and
Actually,
help
it was
you
so
out.
fun, right?
It was, yeah. At first, I was a little nervous about getting the positioning correct, and I wasn't so sure. It looks much harder than it is, but I had a really good time.
Yeah, it was so fun and it's unique.
So this is Myeongdong, one of the most exciting places in all of Seoul. It is one of the most visited places by tourists. from all around the world. It is known for its shopping, its cosmetics, its great souvenirs, and of course its street food. So this is a place that you'll definitely want to check out. It's actually a place I really recommend you stay if you're visiting in Korea. If you want more tips like that, be sure to check out our Korea travel guide PDF, which is down in the pinned comments down below. And of course, you can't come to Korea without trying all the amazing street food options here. It is winter. One of my favorite wintertime treats is this. This is called geranbang, or literally translates to egg bread. It's kind of like a steamed egg inside of like a pancake, and it is so yummy. It's the ultimate in sweet and savory. If you want the most variety of street food, come to Myeongdong. It's a little overpriced these days, but you're gonna get all kinds of options from sweet to savory and everything in between. So next up we are in Myeongdong at a famous place called Myeongdong Gyoja, which is one of the most popular places for tourists here in the area. Be ready to wait in line whenever you come here. However, they're famous for serving up kalguksu, which are these knife-cut noodles. You do them a little bit differently here, so it comes with this really garlicky kimchi, which is so yummy. The noodles themselves have more of a beefy flavor of a kalguksu. It's kind of smoky flavor. And then there are mandu in here, Korean-style dumplings. And if you don't want to wait, there's another branch just right down the street. But this is the original. It's so yummy. So if you're a fan of Korean dramas or just Korean entertainment in general, you want to visit this place. This is DMC, or Digital Media Center, which is located just right off of line 6 of the Seoul subway system. So this area is really well known for housing a lot of the headquarters for a lot of the different entertainment companies such as SBS or CJ E&M. And so you can come here and who knows, you might even run into some of your favorite Korean entertainers as they're here to film different variety shows or TV shows. This statue behind me was actually featured in the Avengers movie back in 2015, which is pretty cool. So even if you can't run into some of your favorite idols or K-drama stars, you might find their handprint and autograph on the stars in the walk behind me, which is pretty cool. Might be as close as you get to an actual Korean drama idol star fan meeting, but hey, it's free and they're always gonna be there. They're never gonna let you down. So next up we are at the Tteok Museum. Tteok is the name of Korean rice cake, and this small little exhibition tells you a little bit about the history of Korean rice cakes as well as the specialties of them from around Korea and the importance of them and how they're eaten in different seasons. So if you come here at certain times, you can actually make your very own rice cake in the fun little class. It'll be a great souvenir to take home, I think.
The Sondaemun Prison History Museum is a somber yet informative place that was built under the Japanese administration to imprison independence movement activists. Taking a walk through these structures is eye-opening and worth a visit to learn more about Korea's past.
So I can't even imagine the people who are in prison here were facing, just in terms of the sheer amount of heat and humidity. This is truly a sombering experience to know the conditions that these people were going through and how much they were fighting for freedom.
Nestled at the heart of Seoul resides Tapkol Park, a vibrant public space with historical significance. In 1919, it served as the epicenter for the commencement of the March 1st Korean independence movement. A highlight of the park is the renowned Wangaksa Pagoda, an enclosed marvel crafted from marble in the year 1467. This exquisite 10-tier stone pagoda, after which the park takes its name, stands as a testament to the park's rich cultural heritage. Jongmyo Shrine is the main state sanctuary where tablets of royal ancestors are honored, and memorial services for the Joseon Dynasty kings and queens takes place. It was built in 1395 by order of King Taejo in a Confucian style. King Taejo, the first ruler of the Joseon Dynasty, built the shrine to pay respects to past kings and queens. At the same time, he also oversaw the construction of Gyeongbukgung Palace. The Gyeongbukgung stone wall path was constructed with eco-friendly materials and meticulous attention to pedestrian safety. The street runs along one of Seoul's 5 main royal palaces. Taking a stroll along the Gyeongbukgung stone wall path is a truly memorable experience, providing a romantic setting for couples and a captivating cultural walk. It's a must-see in the fall due to the many trees that line the street. Enjoy busking and other performances along the wall.
Alright, so if you love Korean traditional architecture like these hanoks, you're going to want to visit the Eunpyeon Hanok Village. So this is a newer village that was set up to revitalize the tourism in the area. However, you have all this amazing architecture here, and inside are different types of convenience stores, photo studios, museums, as well as amazing cafes that give you a nice bird's eye view of the whole area. You can wander around. There's even a temple up here that is super special to check out. Definitely one of the areas that is much less touristy than like the Bukchon Hanok Village, which is just full of tourists. If you want a nice place to get some really cool pictures, this is one place that should definitely be on your list of things to do in South Korea. So Itaewon is known to be one of the most diverse neighborhoods in all of Seoul. It has all kinds of restaurants from around the world, as well as shopping. It's known for its nightlife, but if you're a K-drama fan, you may recognize it from the drama Itaewon Class, which they actually filmed here in this neighborhood, and you can still visit some of the scenes that they filmed at the real-life filming location. So if that's something that you're into, then this is a place that you'll definitely want to check out. The bridge here at Noksapyeong Station, right across from Itaewon, not only offers some pretty amazing views of the Namdaemun Tower behind me, but also was another filming location here of the Itaewon Class drama. So you may recognize it from a pretty pivotal scene in the series. It's a great place, especially though, to get a beautiful view of Namdaemun Tower just right behind us, even on a day like this when it's snowing. So I'm currently in the halls of a retired battleship. So I'm here at the Seoul Battleship Park, which is Seoul's first park with battleships here. So there are 3 retired battleships and submarines that you can explore. It's a really cool way to kind of see the inner workings of these structures. It's located right on the Han River, so it offers beautiful views of the Seoul city. And yeah, you can just take some time and walk through the maze of these battleships. It's really cool to see. So next up, we are in Jongmyo for a truly Korean experience. We are checking out a baseball game. I know you may not think of baseball when you think of South Korea, but let me tell you, going to a baseball game is unlike anywhere else in the world when you are here in Seoul, and something you absolutely must check out. People take these baseball games very, very seriously. And so there are cheering sections, and especially if you're coming here for the home team, be excited, because even if you're not into the game, you are going to love it's going to be a general atmosphere. If you're excited, I have no idea what team is going on. Apparently something good's going on. What's so cool is that they're playing music, there are cheerleaders, there's even people walking around delivering beer. Definitely want to make sure you come to a baseball game if it is during the season when you are in Seoul.
Next, head over to the 63 building, one of the iconic spots on the Seoul skyline. Start by taking the elevator to 63 Art Observatory to view the world's highest art gallery that offers stunning views of the Han River and surrounding areas. Then head to the 63 Aquarium, which was Korea's first public aquarium. Don't miss the mermaid show. Be sure to get there early for a great viewing spot. Foodies will definitely want to visit Korea's oldest restaurant, which is located in Seoul. While nobody knows exactly how old it is, one thing is for sure. This restaurant has been serving up solangtang for over a century.
So solangtang is this really yummy soup. So they take basically beef bones and boil them for a really long time until it gets this milky white soup. And then they put pieces of the beef in there. Yum. I'll tell you what, after a century of cooking the same dish, they know what they're doing, that is for certain. Jogisa is the main temple in the northern part of Seoul. It's located near Gyeongbukgung Palace in Insadong. It's really easy to get to. And it is a beautiful palace to stop, relax, learn a little bit about Buddhism. And what's best is that they have all these different programs and events that happen throughout the year. It's currently summer, which means they have lotus flowers all around. But if you come in May, it's especially beautiful as they decorate tons of paper lanterns for Buddha's birthday. So next up we are in Insadong. So this is a really trendy spot that's kind of popped up recently. So it's cool because it retains a lot of the Hanok traditional architecture, but it just has a ton of really cool cafes and shops and restaurants. And some of these cafes are really well known and have huge lines basically any time of the day. Alleys here are really narrow, so you have to be really careful as you're walking through because it does get super crowded because it is such a trendy place.
The Hongjaechun artificial waterfall has become a social media hotspot due to its picturesque scenery. Grab a coffee at the cafe and unwind as you enjoy this relaxing escape from the hustle and bustle of the big city.
Alright, so the next place we're visiting is called Myeongdong, and this place is an absolute mecca for all BTS ARMY. So it's said that back in the day they were training, they were rookies, and they used to come to this restaurant 2 or 3 times a day. And ever since then, the owner has decked out this restaurant in every square inch is covered with BTS memorabilia. And people from around the world come here to eat at this very restaurant. The BTS once ate at. So this is one of the recommended menus. It's hookdae bibimbap, black pig, stir-fried rice. It's super delish. If you are visiting Seoul and you are BTS ARMY, you're gonna want to make sure you put this place on your list. So one place you absolutely must try when you're in Seoul is this place. This is Bucheonseon Mandu, and it is handmade mandu. Mandu is like Korean style dumpling, so it is so delicious. This place has been serving it up some of the best that I've ever had in Korea. So we're going for a sampler here, which gives us some of the best of all the flavors. We have meat mandu, we have kimchi mandu for those who like a little bit of spice. We have these ones that are just kind of like little dumpling balls, and then the all-time favorite, chicken, the crispy deep fried mandu. Check that out. Oh, my mouth is watering just being able to smell this. That is heaven.
Alright guys, so no trip to Seoul would be complete without experiencing the food culture. And I am at one of my favorite places on the entire planet, Gyeongbukgung Market. So it is located in the Jongmyo area, which is adjacent to so many different tourist attractions that you'll want to check out. However, Gyeongbukgung Market is the place to be for all things yummy. Come here hungry, I know I have. Let's go eat. This is what Korea is all about. Let's check this out. You have all these friendly sellers here and all these hungry diners, and they are just having some great meal. Wow, 감사합니다. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it's really chewy. The sauce is a little spicy.
After all of that food, why not try some traditional tea? Head to Osolok 1979, located just outside Yongsan Station, for high tea in the afternoon. It's served with a variety of yummy snacks that incorporate different Korean flavors. Reservations are highly recommended.
So next up we are checking out a brand new place that just opened recently. So this is called Hiker Ground, and it's located right across the street from the Cheonggyecheon. So each floor of this building is devoted to something different about Korea. It looks like this area is all about K-dramas and K-shows, so you can see different things about Squid Game, We Are All Dead, I think it was. So this particular area is devoted to medical wellness, and you can find out different things about the medical tourism industry. There's actually different experiences that you can do. You can do a stress test, you can do a skin analysis, but I went with a tea type of experience. For all of you K-pop fans out there, the second floor is the place to be. So this is like different sets that were actually used in different K-pop videos, or replicas, I guess, rather, that you can go into and make your own little K-pop video.
So one of my favorite places to hang out with my four-legged friends here is this place. This is the Han River Park. Right behind me is the Han River, and what is really cool is that you can just hang out here with your puppies. You can order some food. I've got some pizza here. We grab some snacks, and we just hang out. We're gonna catch the sunset. We get beautiful views of the city of Seoul.
Seoul is home to multiple Buddhist temples.
This one is one of my favorites. This is Bongin-sa, and it's located right across the street from COEX. It's almost hard to believe we're in the middle of Gangnam, one of the busiest districts in all of Seoul. However, we have this whole sprawling compound full of Buddhist temples. This place also has amazing festivals during the springtime and throughout the year. You're definitely going to want to spend a little bit of time. It's quite serene and peaceful, and you get to just kind of sit back and reflect on your time in Seoul, South Korea. Before BTS or Blackpink, there was Psy with this infamous song Gangnam Style, and right in front of COEX Mall you can find the iconic sculpture of the hands that he used in the video, the little motion, little horse dance motion. You're gonna want to come here and do a little dance just like everybody else. Don't be embarrassed, everybody does it. So the Starfield COEX Mall is the world's largest underground shopping mall. You can get just about everything in there. There's movie theaters, there is its own aquarium, there's all kinds of stuff in this place. You definitely want to come spend some time. And then this pavilion all around me actually turns into an ice skating rink during the winter time, which is pretty cool. You can find a lot of festivals and food trucks and other things throughout the year whenever you are here. Surely you recognize this scene right behind me. This is the Starfield COEX Library. This little place behind me is so iconic. If you've ever seen an Instagram photo of Seoul, South Korea, you've probably seen this, you probably recognize it. There are books all the way up to the ceiling. I always wondered though, how do you get those books down?
Feeling hungry? Why not try some of Seoul's freshest seafood at Noryangjin Fish Market? Choose your seafood on the first floor and then head up to the second floor to have it prepared. Do know that you'll pay twice though, once for the sea creature and again after having it prepared. However, the price is worth it if you're a seafood fanatic. Speaking of seafood, the Ujiro Nogari Street is known for its lively environment, cheap draft beer, and delicious dried fish.
So this place is one of the best places to come for cheap beer, and we just want a lively neighborhood with a lot of cheap alcohol. It's basically well known for all these little plastic tables that people just sit outside and chill and drink ice cold beer and eat dried fish.
There's no better way to spend a Saturday evening under the Seoul skies than with an ice cold beer and a whole dried fish. And no trip to Korea would be complete without visiting the iconic Namsan Seoul Tower. Head to the top on a clear day for beautiful views of the city. Namdaemun Market is Korea's largest and oldest traditional market. Go hungry and stop by Kalguksu Alley for a bowl of freshly made knife-cut noodles. This food is filling, affordable, and comforting.
Insadong is one of those areas in Seoul that you will just automatically end up if you are visiting Seoul, South Korea. So it's full of these traditional souvenir shops, restaurants, tea houses, and more. What makes it so cool is that everything is written in Korean. When you're in Insadong, make sure to stop by Samji-gil. So this is a 4-story place that has all kinds of different handmade arts and crafts and all kinds of fun things, cafes. It's a good place to get souvenirs and just a cool place to check out Korean traditional arts and crafts and things like that. This is the Dong Cafe, or actually the Poo Cafe. Yeah, if you've ever wanted to have a latte out of a toilet, this is a place to come. Everything here is poop themed. Hopefully it doesn't taste like its namesake. Ooh, I'm proud to report that the rose latte actually tastes like roses and not like, well, something else. And if a poop cafe wasn't enough for you, how about some freshly baked poop bread filled with what else other than chocolate? Wait, is that really chocolate?
While you're in the Insadong area, be sure to check out the museum Kimchi-con to find out more about Korea's most famous and representative food, kimchi. Find out the history and health benefits of the dish, and if you're lucky enough, you might even be able to make your very own kimchi. Looking for affordable clothing? Then head to the Express Bus Terminal's underground shopping center. Bring cash and explore the variety of Korean fashion items just waiting to go back home with you.
All that shopping, you might want to head to what is considered the prettiest Starbucks in Korea, and one of the top 7 prettiest Starbucks in the whole world, guys. This is at the Mill Station, just right around the corner from Express Bus Terminal. There's this beautiful dome-shaped roof here and some delicious signature drinks. It's a great place to pick up some souvenirs. and just cool down on a hot summer's day.
Fans of K-pop won't want to miss K-Star Road. Sculptures of teddy bears line this street, each one representing a different K-pop group. Some favorites include 4 Minute, Super Junior, 2PM, SHINee, Miss A, FT Island, and of course BTS. Be sure to then head down the street to Figure Museum W.
Located in Apgujeong, and it has thousands and thousands of different figures. Check these out. Looks like we have Heath Ledger as the Joker. The detail on some of this is so incredible. I actually feel like I'm standing right next to a real person. Ooh.
Lotte Tower is Korea's largest building and one of the tallest in the world. This tower is a symbol of Seoul, and a day should be spent there checking out all the shopping, cafes, aquariums, and more. Be sure to go up to the observatory for great views of the city. If you're not too scared, you'll want to check out the glass floor. It's an experience every thrill seeker will never forget.
So while you're at Lotte Tower, you're going to want to make sure you also check out Lotte World Adventure. So this is a huge amusement park. It's half indoors and half outdoors. There's lots of rides and there's all kinds of cute stuff. A lot of people like to rent school uniforms and walk around and take some cool pictures.
Nestled in the shadows of Lotte Tower is the Olympic Park. This is the site of the 1988 Summer Olympics, and now it's a sprawling park with various sculptures, monuments, and other things that shouldn't be missed. It's especially beautiful in the spring and in fall. Want to see Seoul's most diverse neighborhood? Then head over to the Haebongchon area. The name literally translates to Freedom Village and is home to international cuisine, LGBTQ+ bars, and amazing rooftop cafes.
If you are an ice cream lover, you're going to love our next stop. This is Baskin-Robbins Brown, located in the Gangnam area. So this Baskin-Robbins has much more than 31 flavors. That's right, they have 100 unique flavors of ice cream. Not only that, they have a whole wall of spoons, which has been signed by different celebrities. There's claw games. You can get ice cream fondue. You can just have a whole ice cream party. This is a true heaven for ice cream lovers. So we got 2 scoops here. Some of these flavors are unique and you can only find here. That is delish. If you are very indecisive, that might be a bit of a problem because there are a ton of choices here. So next up, I've come to Seoul Tower, which is of course one of those popular places for tourists to visit when they are here in South Korea. But what you may not be aware of is that right here on the Seoul Tower Plaza, every day from Tuesday till Sunday at 3 p.m. there are free Korean traditional performances, so you could see some really amazing musical performances.
Check out Seoul via the Han River by taking the Eland Cruise Night Cruise. You'll get perfect views of the Seoul night skyline as well as be treated to live music and much more. Take a class to learn how to make Korean traditional rice wine called makgeolli. This expert has been making makgeolli for many years and she'll walk you through the process of how to turn cooked rice into fermented wine. It's a unique experience that you'll certainly never forget.
Cheers. Oh, that's actually really yummy.
So next up we're in Insadong, which is known as the Brooklyn of Seoul due to its industrial vibes. So it used to be really famous for having a shoe street where people made handmade shoes, but now it's turned into this area that's just full of different eateries and cafes and some really cool pop-up stores. Depending on whenever you're visiting, you can look online to see if there's a cool pop-up happening. Check out one of Korea's most kind of iconic cafes. This is Cafe Onion, and it's been popular for quite a while. It's popular with the locals about 5-6 years ago, and now it's really popular with the tourists from all around the world. It is known for having some really great desserts as well as some pretty good coffee. There is always a lineup here, so be ready to wait for a good seat. There's different branches around the city. This is again the Seongsu-dong branch, but the one in Angguk near Gyeongbukgung Palace is also really popular. Come take some great pictures. Is known for this really cool kind of industrial vibe, as well as, like I said, all those desserts. This is the Discover Seoul Pass. And what this is this is a card. This is a physical card, but you can also get a mobile version. And it is your ticket into some of the hottest attractions here in the city. So there's a 24, a 48, and a 72-hour pass. This is the 24-hour pass. It costs 39,000 South Korean won, which is very affordable. It's going to give us free admission into some amazing things and offer discounts at other places. So the Lotte Folk Museum walks you through the whole history of Korea. I mean, we're talking from the dinosaurs up until much further. It's a fun place to learn all about Korea. There's English signs that will walk you through everything. I think it's one of those places that's kind of like a hidden gem. Not that many people know about it because there are different folk museums and folk villages here in Korea, but nobody really ever talks about this one. This is one of my favorites. I really enjoy learning about all the Korean traditional history and all of that stuff here because it's not that busy and you can really take your time and explore and find out all about Korea.
Gyeongbukgung Market is known for a variety of food, and you should definitely visit Yukway Alley for great raw beef. Trust me, it's much better than it sounds.
Okay, so we are in Gyeongbukgung Market checking out one of the most famous foods here, which is yukway, which is the raw beef.
The Liam Museum of Art is run by the Samsung Foundation of Culture and consists of two parts. One which features traditional Korean art and the other contemporary art. It's a must-see for those who enjoy cultural exhibitions. Tickets are free and can be reserved online. Experience Seoul's royal palaces in a unique way by taking a night tour. These tours are offered at various times throughout the year, so be sure to check online for more details. Get your tickets early as they sell out often.
By now you've certainly seen the Oscar-winning movie Parasite. See the filming locations for yourself in various parts of the city. Have fun recreating some of the iconic moments in the movie, and even see the actual pizza boxes the Kim family folded in the movie. A place most travel guides don't mention is the Dongdaemun Museum Village.
What I absolutely love about this area is that everything is written in like the old school fonts and the old school signs, and you just kind of feel like you've been transported back to like the 1950s or something. So there's everything from behind me is a photo studio, there's a barber shop, there's an old school movie theater right here, there are restaurants, there's a lot going on here.
Then try various retro food students ate, including Korean traditional lunchboxes called dosiraks. To see a whole day in Dongdaemun and my experience with this restaurant, watch the whole vlog that is linked in the description box below. Another iconic place that visitors always flock to is the Bukchon Hanok Village. It's the perfect place for some great Instagram shots.
So it won't come as a surprise to you to know that the Korean language is a huge part of Korean culture. But what you may not know is about this. This is the Korean alphabet. It's called Hangul, and it is a very scientific method of writing. And it's actually so unique to the Korean culture because it was formed in the 1400s by the great King Sejong, and it's so important to Koreans that there's actually a whole museum devoted to nothing but the writing system called Hangul. Now, you may be kind of wondering, is it hard to learn Hangul? Well, let me tell you, it has been said that the wise people can learn how to read it in only one day, and even the unwise can learn how to read it in 10 days. So that's my challenge to you. Before you come to Korea, learn how to read Hangul.
You simply can't leave Seoul without visiting the War Memorial of Korea. This beautiful museum is free of charge and deserves a few hours to fully explore. Parts of the museum are quite somber, but is also educational, and certain sections of it are also interactive.
So when you're in Seoul, one thing you should definitely do is rent a hanbok. It is the Korean traditional clothing. There are places all around the traditional palaces. You get to walk around like royalty. It is a hot summer day, and I've had to do a little bit of hiking to get up here at Naksan Park, but the view behind me is incredible and well worth checking out. You can see why this was in so many K-dramas. It's such a romantic and just cool place in the middle of Seoul City.
So on the outside of Naksan Park, you'll find this. This is the Seoul Fortress Wall, and it was originally started to be built in the year 1396. And if you walk down this street, it'll take you all the way down to the Dongdaemun area. You get to see one of the iconic gates here in the center of Dongdaemun.
A trip to Yeongwon Land is an experience unlike any other. This abandoned theme park has been the filming location for many K-pop videos as well as dramas. Some say the grounds are haunted, so proceed only if you dare. For something less spooky, head over to the Bampo Bridge for the nightly Bampo Bridge Rainbow Fountain Show. The fountains are set to various songs and last for about 20 minutes. This happens to be a popular place for couples, and you can often feel the romance in the air.
For all of you history buffs out there, Seoul is a place you must check out. There are 5 royal palaces here in the city, including this one. This is Gyeongbukgung, and you are not going to want to miss it. Check out all of Seoul's amazing museums, temples, palaces, and more next time you're in Seoul.
Learn even more history at the National Palace Museum of Korea before heading to the Namsan Hanok Village. Check out the various traditional Korean-style housing and activities before heading over to the Seoul Millennium Time Capsule that was sealed in 1994 and will only be opened on November 29th, 2394. Finally, check out a Korean traditional drum class. The drums are also set to popular K-pop songs. In this lesson, we learned how to drum to the song Idol by BTS. Mic drop.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to shop in a Korean supermarket? Today we're at the Lotte supermarket here at Seoul Station in beautiful Seoul, South Korea to find out. This place is like the #1 supermarket visited by foreigners. But what makes it so special is that you can easily buy some products, some souvenirs, some snacks, and then easily put them in your suitcase and take them home with you because it is attached to Seoul Station, which means you can easily get to the Incheon airport. So you'll see a lot of last-minute tourists and foreigners coming in here to grab those last-minute snacks. This is a great place to do that because snacks always make the best souvenirs, right?